Ah, revenge. The thing that brings out our inner Liam Neeson, even though most of us can't do 3 pull-ups. Revenge can bring out the most brutal part of ourselves, and the most malicious, and often leads to obsession and finally ruin. It can also be super pretty. Ooh. Put on your Groucho Marx mask and turn petty revenge into pretty revenge. I'm Ross Tokash, mental health counselor specializing in gaming. Today we're talking about the psychology of revenge. Do video games like The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima get it right? And what happens in the real world when people seek revenge? Massive story spoilers for The Last of Us Part 2 in this video, and I should add a disclaimer of some violent imagery is going to be in this video. Why do people seek revenge? Oftentimes it's due to seeking a balance or equity. Something happens where one feels something is taken from them. They feel powerless, and they might obsess about restoring the balance and regaining their power. They feel a sense of injustice in the world and their lives if they don't do something. Abby wants to restore balance due to Joel killing her father. Ellie wants to restore balance to killing Abby for what she did to Joel. Jin wants to bring justice to the Khan who is destroying his homeland and imprisoned his uncle. Neurologically speaking, the brain feels good when we think about revenge. I know, I was surprised at that too. A research study did brain scans on people contemplating revenge. The scans showed that the section of the brain called the caudate nucleus was active during that time. The caudate nucleus plays a role in impulse control and reward processing. This part of the brain is also active during cocaine and nicotine use. Cigarettes, drugs, revenge, this is the thrill seeker's jam. However, there's a lot of problems that come with listening to this impulsive part of the brain. There's a cost to revenge. In seeking balance and equity, one often brings about more imbalance and more inequity. Revenge often ends up causing more problems than solving. The one who feels wronged is brought to obsession, thinking about how they were wronged or hurt constantly. It costs vast amounts of time and energy and emotion, as well as human life. Also, sorry to disappoint you, Ellie, Abby, Jin, and Liam Neeson, but research shows that once the act of revenge is completed, the person does not feel any better. It also creates a cycle of vengeance. The person seeking vengeance causes some sort of pain to the person they feel caused them to feel pain or injustice. Then that person feels like their actions were unjustified and seeks vengeance themselves, and it just keeps escalating. Thinking about revenge and plotting revenge is actually counterintuitive to moving on with life and overcoming the pain one feels in the face of injustice caused by another person. I think this concept is conveyed brilliantly and accurately in The Last of Us Part 2. Revenge is not glamorous. It's not pretty. And this game is neither glamorous nor pretty. Both Ellie and Abby feel like their lives have been ruined by someone. Abby appears to get her revenge in the prologue, which causes the cycle for Ellie to seeking her revenge. Thus, Abby feels she is the victim yet again and seeks her revenge. In the end, neither Ellie nor Abby really win. And due to their obsessive revenge seeking, both have lost everything, and it takes the slaying of friends, loved ones, and a dozen dead soldiers for them to finally realize
killing is wrong.
Yeah, I know.
And bad.
the person seeking revenge often not only wants to get their revenge on someone, but they want to know they're responsible. Revenge is complete when the offender knows what they've done. I love this little study by Mario Goldwitzer, I'll link in the description, wherein people got revenge and wrote little notes to their offender, things like, "Unfortunately, you only cared about yourself." So if you want to take revenge, the only way it'll work out is if your offender knows you did it and the wrongdoer recognizes their wrongdoing. Good luck with that, because people often don't acknowledge their wrongdoings, and they'll often spin it in a way that makes you the baddie. So what do we do about it when we feel we are wronged or hurt by someone? Thinking about revenge sort of feels good, but the consequence of obsessing on it and acting on it often brings about horrible results. Should we follow Ellie and Abby's example? Obviously not. It didn't even work out for them. We can't go around opening up new air holes in people because that comes with the quirky side effect of being illegal and puts you in the very inconvenient place known as jail. The answer is less Hollywood and exciting. It comes in the form of forgiveness. Professor Steen Halling, who researched forgiveness, writes, "It's important to talk to friends or a therapist or someone who can more fully share and recognize the depth and nature of feeling hurt. With support, we can move into a different phase, grieving for what is irrevocably lost. Although we tend to avoid grief, it is a process that allows for slowly letting go and moving forward. As the hurt begins to ease, specific life events also may allow us to see the person who hurt us with more compassion." If only Abby and Ellie had spoken with a therapist and processed their grief, they'd be better off. And well, The Last of Us 2 would have been way shorter. Another way of processing the grief and reaching toward forgiveness is to love yourself and be with people who love you even for your flaws. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more videos like it, please leave a comment and subscribe. Let me know what you think and what kind of videos about gaming and mental health you want to see in the future. Till next time, I'm Ross Tokash.